The Traveler will be infected by darkness. The question is, how and when? Witch Queen seasons have been building on a similar recurring theme. Risen spoke of Nezarec. Haunted, Calus taking control of the lunar pyramid which belonged to the disciple of the Witness, and now Plunder, we are collecting ancient pieces of Nezarec's body. We believe this power could be used for good, as Eido and Mithrax begin to work through it in their research. But in the dark below, we know something much more sinister is going on here. The Vox Obscura prophecies have held up to this point. A city besieged and the Traveler infected by darkness are the only two ones that remain. One of these is likely to be next season and the other in Lightfall. The best guess here is that the city besieged is in fact Lightfall. Maybe it's the last city, but more likely Neomuna.
His latest transmission from Euryx shows the same images over and over, flashing almost too quickly to perceive. They are indistinct, as if multiple pictures were laid atop one another, variations on a theme. These must be psionic divinations, impressions of things yet to come. I never dreamed I would see them for myself. I see a city besieged. The ship stealer revived. The Leviathan reborn. Your Traveler, infected by darkness. These are the futures our enemies seek. We must remain united if we are to forge a different path.
This means that Season 19 could involve the Traveler being infected by darkness. And although this seems crazy at first, think about what we literally have in our hands from Plunder.
While I believe in our abilities, I am concerned about the potential side effects such a process could have. An ancient dirge I discovered described something called the Curse of Nezarec, which is rumored to drain the life of the user. Of course, I don't give credence to such superstition. Dark Age humans were comically ignorant. Still, I would rather not take the risk.
Over the course of the Witch Queen year, we've collected the Crown of Sorrow, one of the most powerful hive artifacts that has controlled minds in the past. And now we have every relic of Nezarec, which apparently has a curse tied to them. So yeah, if the curse is somehow set free, boom, Traveler infected. This seems almost too obvious. I mean, we don't know what's gonna happen, there could be a twist, but with the Vox prophecies coming to fruition, may this be how it all unfolds. Witch Queen couldn't have just been building on Nezarec for him to fizzle away and we collect the relics to gain power from him, right? There has to be more to this story. This is the disciple who led that first collapse on our solar system, and maybe they could bring about the end to the second one for good this time.
What we know from second-hand accounts is that Nezarec led the Witness's first assault on Earth, or as humans call it, the collapse. After the Great Machine repelled the attack, Nezarec's pyramid crash-landed on your moon. Beyond that, the sources are vague. They hint at a process for harnessing the relic's power, but give no instructions.
When you look at the Traveler, it has been infected or suppressed before. The Red War was kind of the most obvious one to cut off the power, which led us to the shard in the EDZ to get our powers. But in Destiny 1, the Hive actually had a shard on the moon, where they were trying to drain the Traveler of its light right then and there.
Nothing is more important now. We believe the Hive are engaged in a ritual that is draining the Traveler of its light. Whatever power they wield must be understood and destroyed.
What is this thing? It's a shard of the Traveler. They were using it against the Traveler, devouring its light. But we freed it. Our new friend said there are enemies on Venus worse than this. Great.
The Traveler, although super powerful, also seems to be vulnerable at times. Allowing that Red Legion cage was a great example, unless this was a decision made on its own to see if Cabal were worthy, or maybe to protect itself from the dormant darkness which failed as a result of this. But we do know it has its weaknesses, like the Black Heart in Destiny 1. The Stranger told us back then that we had to destroy the Black Heart so the Traveler would begin to heal. So if a form of darkness in the Black Heart cursed the Traveler and hindered its abilities before, it could happen again. When you look back at Season of Plunder, this could have been the plan of the Witness the whole time. Throughout the season, to me at least, it seemed way too easy to steal these relics from Aramis's pirate crews. Yes, in some of the dialogue she had them transport them and try and keep them safe, but they didn't really do a great job of that, did they? In the end, Aramis said Eido could have had everything before she chooses that fate, to truly side with the Witness and Darkness over rebuilding the Elixir with House of Light here on Earth. If the Traveler is infected, this may lead to Lightfall with a city besieged. Again, that could be Neo Muna, but remember the original art for Lightfall? A pyramid ship inside a Traveler-like sphere. Although we will head to Neptune to uncover the secret plan of the Witness, to me it feels like something still could go down on Earth. We have the final shape just a year after this, so will the Witness start its attack on Earth in that final expansion, or start here in Lightfall? So the big thing we have to worry about currently seems to be this curse of Nezarec. What it does, if it's even going to curse anything, and how to contain it, because it's most likely going to take over something. The ability to drain light is interesting. Look at Void, or more recently the resonant abilities like Rock used in Vow of the Disciple. The first piece that we got alluding to Nezarec was his armor, Nezarec's Sin, the helmet. In that, the Abyssal Extractor's Void damage kills increase ability energy recharge rate. And like Resonance we see with Rock, what are Nezarec's robe described as? Well, equip this ornament with Nezarec's Sin to add a resonance effect. Nezarec's power drains life of users. To do what? Give him life once more? It's pretty cool when you think of some of these possible connections. Anyway, Guardians, that's all we got for today's video. As Season of Plunder wraps up in just a couple of weeks here, it's fun to speculate on the next season and the major expansions. Let me know in the comments below how you think this curse will unfold and if Nezarec could be resurrected in the process. The Traveler, as always, is a big mystery, and who knows what Bungie has up their sleeve in the next releases. If you'd like to see some other Destiny lore and mysteries just like this video, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.